back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your presence here. I've been going through the comments. I haven't had a chance to respond to everyone, but I do read them and I just really appreciate your presence. A big thank you to everyone who has been subscribed from the beginning, and a special big thank you to everyone who's recently subscribed as well. And if you have found yourself here for the very first time, we would love for you to join our beautiful soul family. I have an amazing subscribers here, and they're just such a beautiful support to each other in the comment section. And I also offer a chance to win a free reading with me to everyone who leaves me a comment. So please be sure to drop your comment below if you feel called to. If you enjoy this video, I would love to hear from you, and I would love to give you a chance to win a free reading. Today's pick a card topic is all about someone on your mind, and you're wondering whether it's lust or whether it's love that they have for you, and where is this connection headed? So we have 3 piles for you to choose from today. Pile number 1 here with the King of Coins and the yellow flower. Pile number 2 with the Magician and the orange flower. And pile number 3 with the King of Cups here and the pink flower. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting from Spirit today, and my timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1 today. And again, our topic is all about, is it lust or is it love? Is this person more interested in the fiery realm? Are they interested in more out of this connection? I'll jump right into pile number 1. Pile number 1. Hello, pile 1. You were drawn to the beautiful yellow flower, or to the King of Coins here from Robin Hood. And this is your reading. The person on your mind, is it lust or is it love? How are they truly feeling for you? And we're also going to ask Spirit, where is this headed? Is this going to be evolving into something more serious? We're dealing with the King of Coins here first. And in Robin Hood, this was, I don't remember his name, was it King John? I think he was King John, and he was taking the place of his brother King Richard while he was fighting the Crusades. And he was obviously too small for that coat. So there's an ego potential issue here with this person, but they carry themselves with a bit of an ego, maybe. They also could be someone who's really good looking and self-assured, or at least carries themselves with a lot of confidence too. And so maybe you're just concerned about if they're wearing masks, or if it's like a genuine connection, or if they're just interested in one thing. So we'll see how that flows into your reading. This person could also be an earth sign, potentially. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So is it lust or is it love here, please? Spirit, 2 of Cups and the Fool. So for someone watching, I feel like you're in a relationship with this person, or you're seeing this person. It could have just began something very new. And it's like everything checks with this person. Like they check every box. Like there's something really appealing about them. Like I said, they send your heart aflutter, or they're really good looking or something. I don't know if this person gives off a bit of a smug energy. I also feel like the 2 of you are really well matched physically. Like you're both gorgeous, or you both carry yourselves really well. For someone watching, not for both of you, I feel like you met at the gym, actually. So take that as it resonates. You may have met this person at the gym. That's obviously not a caveat for everyone, because I'm dealing with collective energy. But I just saw barbells. So there's something physically appealing about you. There's something physically appealing about this person. And I feel like you look great together. And I feel like physically, I feel like you mesh really well together, even in the bedroom too. Because I feel like you guys enjoy that a lot with one another. So you're wondering, is that their only focus? Perhaps because you're doing it a lot. So they're wondering if that's the only thing they're interested in. We have the King of Swords. Back of deck is the 8 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Now, like I said, you could have met them in some sort of arena outside of, like, I don't feel like you necessarily met this person online, for instance. I feel like you met them perhaps at work, or in some sort of institutional way. So in the gym, at work, at school. And there's a feeling of like, where is this headed? Because there's so much connection, because there's so much attraction. And I feel like there's a really strong attraction here. And because it's so strong, it's like we don't want to mess it up. We don't want to apply too much pressure. Let's clarify that 2 of Cups, please. Is it lust or is it love? We have the 7 of Wands. I can't deny and say that I feel like it didn't start because of a physical attraction. On the floor we have here the King of Wands reversed. I feel like it really started because of an attraction, like a physical attraction. Is it lust or is it love right now, though, Spirit? Page of Wands. The Five of Swords. And I feel like you feel kind of connected to this person. It's like you're like wondering, is this my person? Is this going to lead us to something more profound or more serious? And I feel like you're afraid to even hope for that. There's a part of you that's like, I don't even want to hope for that because otherwise it's just going to blow up in my face. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have here the Six of Wands. Or I'm sorry, the Six of Swords with the Mother of Pentacles. I will say here for the time being for you, Pile 1, that in the interim it's very lusty. It's very, very lusty. But the good news that's coming in from Spirit right now is that despite the fact that there is this lusty energy and maybe you're really enjoying each other's company in that way, that's perfect. That's absolutely fine, because Spirit says that this is the roadmap. This is the road. This Fool energy, it's like we could be really fearful of letting our guard down for fear of what the other person's expectations are. But Spirit says that's the very element that we need right now. We need somebody in this situation, in this connection, to take a bigger leap of faith than perhaps what's been happening emotionally in this situation. Because even the Nine of Cups here, you can see he's seated, his arms are crossed, he's got on this red hat, which is a symbol of empowerment, but it's like a cap. So it's like they're trying to maintain control over that emotional realm potentially at this moment. So it is very lusty. It is very lusty. The issue is though that this spark seems to be lighting something inside of this person on a deeper level. And there's almost this sense of like needing to explore this pathway further, because Spirit says this is transitioning into clarity for your person. This is transitioning into growth and a change in a growth mindset in your person too. He or she started as the King of Coins, but now we've evolved from the Knight of Wands reversed up into the King of Swords, which is clarity, truthfulness, and there's been this beautiful evolution from this Knight of Swords and into the King. And sometimes the Knight of Swords will charge forward too brashly. They'll be too impulsive, and they don't take enough time to gather enough information before they act impulsively. And so there does seem to be a bit of a hesitation to allow that emotion in. But Spirit says that this is a lusty situation that can transition into so much more. That it can transition into clarity, it can transition into growth and potential stability too. So they are actually asking at this moment for a surrender and for a certain amount of patience and further exploration, because they say although it's starting very, very lusty, and it is, they say that this path of exploration can lead to so many different detours in this connection. And so they're really, again, they're saying now's the time to let this passionate road and the risks that we have to take within the Fool to get to that world can lead us to success here potentially. So let's take a look here and ask Spirit about the future of the connection itself. What does the future hold in this connection, please? You have the Judgment. Oh, I like this a lot, actually. I already like it. The Ten of Cups. Oh my. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse position, because Spirit says that we have to see things from a higher perspective. We have to give this time to sort itself out. But what I love about this energy for you, Pile 1, is that right now you may feel like you don't know where this is headed because it's brand new. There's the Ace of Cups, there's the Hermit reversed, and you're really worried about what's coming next. But Spirit says don't be worried. Embrace this lusty energy. Embrace this new pathway that's opening up for you. And you can see with the Ace of Cups, there's all of these grapes, which is like a symbol of intoxication and temptation, and it can lead to this beautiful change. And that's what Spirit sees. The Judgment, you can see the dragonfly, which is talking about being the key to success and being hungry for transformation, but it's also talking about the change in direction that this lusty path takes, because then we go to the Ten of Cups. And that's wonderful. That's where we want to be. We want to grow with this person potentially. We want to build a life. And that's what Spirit says this can evolve to. It may be lusty right now, but Spirit says it has a very strong potential to lead you into a very solid connection that could change a lot. And there's the Tower. And the Tower doesn't have to be negative. As I said, your person that we're talking about is in for an epiphany about you. It's in for a growth mindset. And it's an epiphany that gets this guy into motion, and all of a sudden now we have the King of Cups. So we went from the King of Coins to the King of Wands reversed, the King of Swords, and now into the King of Cups. So there's a beautiful transition that can happen in the future of this connection, and the Spirit's really excited about that. So they're asking you to go with the flow in this one. That's what they're really encouraging. This person has a lot of jealousy when it comes to you because they find you really physically attractive. At this moment in time, they're being passive. They don't have a lot of follow through. But surrender and showing vulnerability in that way where we're not placing expectations and we're just enjoying this moment fully is a wonderful way to lead by example. And it allows for this person to work through those issues. It gives them the space to be vulnerable right back, and it pays off. So lots of potential in the future of this connection. Transitions into clarity, into peacefulness together. It's like it's a journey that you travel on together. And it's okay to start here. It's an exciting start. So it is lusty, but it's gonna evolve into more. We are at a fork in the road. Number 13, the death energy. And that, oftentimes there's a fear surrounding the death energy or the death card in tarot. But it's not a scary energy. It's actually really welcomed for me a lot of times because it's about rebirths and potentials and new beginnings and how one path opens up to a new path. And so this lusty energy, yes, it's lust right now. And there's a little bit of a fear from the masculine energy here to take these masks off and let those towers fall because they are a little bit afraid, perhaps not ready for commitment at this moment, a little bit afraid of where this path leads. But the truth is that Spirit says it leads them to exactly where they need to be, exactly where you want to be as well. And so they're just waiting for patience. Patience is what's being called for here, and just a surrender to the present opportunity. Investor loves Spirit advice about this connection on pile one's mind. We have here Lantern, we have the Elixir, and we have the Fantasy card. Oh, the Fantasy card is you can see all of the ants here crawling around Emily Bronte, and the ants are about putting in the effort and not just letting things stay in fantasy. The Lantern is the Hermit for me. It's a grounding energy. It's about focus. It's about pushing forward towards new objectives. It's about plotting carefully towards our future. And that's what we need here at this moment is we need focus and determination to power through our own insecurities, specifically from the Divine Masculine here. They're in this lusty realm because that's where they're comfortable, but you influence them in ways that perhaps no one else ever has, and you influence them to make them want to take a new pathway and to kind of eradicate some of their ghosts from their path that have infiltrated their energy and made them feel a lack of confidence. Advice, please, for pile number 1. We have here Destiny. I love that. One door closes and another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. And that's perfect for you, pile 1. I'm so excited for this connection for you, to be honest, because this path, it says one door closes and another one will open for you. When this lusty energy starts to flow and ebb and move into an emotional connection, and it's close. Spirit wants you to know that it's closer than you think. This person is maybe hesitating to take that leap of faith, but it's closer than you think for them to kind of give way or surrender to the feelings that they're already starting to feel. We have inner power. By your own command, you brought yourself here, and at this moment in life, you have nothing to fear. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile. I'll leave that one. Pile number 1. What does this person think and feel for pile 1 right this moment in the bowl? What is their feelings, their immediate feelings in the bowl for pile 1, please. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Death energy. They do have this opinion that you might be ready for more than what they're ready for, that perhaps you feel a little bit insecure in the situation. So if you feel like you are hiding that well, Spirit says that they kind of know. They kind of know that you're not feeling that secure in the situation. And yet it's like they feel more confident about where you're sitting right now in this connection than you do. But both of you are wondering where it's headed. They're a little bit more hesitant about where it's headed. The unknown is scary to them. So that's why it feels like it's in this state of limbo. But Spirit says it's not a state of limbo. It's just an explorative energy. It's an explorative phase. It's meant to start in this fiery, lusty realm. It's meant to start here. We have in the bowl the Anchor. Feeling, it's like stranded, feeling stuck in the connection. We have a Forget-Me-Not. And we have Live, Laugh, Love. Spirit is indicating that for someone watching, their person is hesitant to fall because of a past hurt. We have the Big Empty Heart and the Crown. So they've got a bit of a wall up. We have Always. We have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is a beautiful symbol of surrender. We have a Strawberry and Police. We also have here Pisces, going with the flow. And we have here the Strength Ruin, powerfully overcoming forces against you. And I do feel like there's so much potential and abundance in the future of this connection for you, pile 1. All right, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. And if it did, I'd love to hear your story below in the comments section. And I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell. Drop me a comment below so that I can enter you in for a free reading. And I would love for you to check me out on my other links below as well, because I offer an opportunity to, I have an Instagram link down there, and I have a link for private readings through my Etsy account if you feel called to. But mostly I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the Orange Flower, or perhaps to the Magician, and this is your reading. Is it lust or is it love in this connection on your mind? And where is this connection headed? The Magician here, this is from The Princess and the Frog. He's wearing a mask. This person is wearing a top hat. There's a hand of cards here that they're not showing. So they're perhaps an enigma. Maybe you don't know what they're thinking. Maybe they're hard to read. It's like they're really concerned about change, perhaps. So they're afraid to take the mask off. So you're not really sure where they stand with you. And that is an attempt to control the situation potentially, or control their emotions in some way, or to sort of control the trajectory of where the connection is headed. But let's take a look here and see. Is it lust or is it love? For pile number 2, please. Is it lust or is it love? For pile number 2. We have the Emperor. We have the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is a case of two people that are like, I'm not saying I love you first. I'm not saying I love you first. That's instantly what I'm getting. This Emperor is very much waiting for the Divine Feminine to be like, this is how I feel. The Two of Swords. Because they're very difficult to read, aren't they? They're very hard to judge on what the current feelings are towards you. They're very guarded. You have the Devil. You have the Ten of Swords. Back of the deck is the High Priestess. And we have the Four of Pentacles. So they're very, very guarded. Exceptionally so. Let's clarify this message. So let's move these up a smidgen. Is it lust or is it love, please? The Chariot. The Ten of Pentacles. I feel like there's a huge investment here from the Queen of Cups, and I feel like you're falling for this person. I feel like you want to grow with this person. I feel like you want to build with them. It's like you know what you want. You're just unsure about what do they want. The Ten of Cups. Back of the deck we have here the the King of Cups. And we also have the Six of Swords. And I want to clarify. Can you clarify the Two of Swords, please, Spirit? So Spirit is indicating here that for this person right now, it's very lusty. It is very lusty, and they are attempting to kind of protect themselves. They have walls up. They have walls up because of past situations potentially here. It's like there's something from the past that has left them in this desert. There's something in the past that when they were in their night stage potentially that has left them seated and being very passive when it comes to moving forward emotionally. There is this energy coming in from the Queen of Cups that there's emotional investment coming from the Divine Feminine. So you may feel like, if you're resonating with that message, that you may be really emotionally invested. And so this is now feeling like dangerous waters that you're treading because you know which direction you want to go in. They are really physically attracted to you, and there's so much lust surrounding that, but they're also really restricted by fear. And so it's like they don't even want to explore that emotion. It's like they're even turning their back with this King of Cups. He's just dipping his toe in. It's like he's turning his back on the water in an effort to protect. And it's almost like they're saying, I want to protect you too from me. It's like I want to protect you from me. Because this hesitation, this restriction to allow themselves to fall deeply is doing themselves a huge disservice. Because I feel like this could really, in your eyes, this could lead to so much. Because you feel really connected and so almost purposeful towards this person. It's like, I feel like this is my person. I've met my person. This is my counterpart. But it's like this is all they have to give right now, is this lusty energy. This is all this person has to give in this moment. And it's a truth that almost stings a little bit because it makes you feel like you're not being valued in the connection. And I will say this too, truly, that this is an opportunity. This good heart that you represent, it's a perfect matching for this King of Cups. And this person doesn't realize or is refusing to see in this moment that this is exactly the path. You're the exact person, the type of person that they need for healing, that they need for evolution. And it's like they're not grateful enough for the opportunity, or they're being really apathetic about it because of their own restrictions. So Spirit wants you to understand that it has nothing to do with what you offer or your attractability or anything within you that is lacking. Their hesitation comes from their experiences in the past. They have some lingering energies that they haven't evolved from yet. And so they're keeping it in the lust realm because it feels like that's all they have to give. That's all they have to give right this moment. But they still can't shake that this connection is something that they can't put their fingers on. We have the Ten of Wands and we have the Hermit. So all of these lusty energies of the Ace of Wands, all of these sparks between the two of you, they take them and they want to carry them with them and they put them on their back. And it's like burdening them because the fear of the unknown is too scary to let those sparks flare into something more or build into a huge bonfire of change. You know, it's like they're afraid of that unknown. To be honest with you, they need some healing. There's a loneliness inside of this person that really eats at them, and it's a lack of focus, and that's what they need. They need a new focus so that they can see the very good opportunity that's sitting right in front of them, and so that they can have the strength and the courage to take their masks off and to show their true selves and show their hand of cards, which they're afraid to do here. But the truth is that they really feel like this is one of the best things, and this is, I will say, you are one of the best things that's happened to them in a long time. And they're not appreciating the moment as much as they could because they feel helpless right now emotionally. They feel it's like they're ill-equipped to be able to take advantage of the opportunity. So it's very, very lusty towards you, lots of attraction. But the thing is that they're attracted to you because of your heart. They're more comfortable keeping it in the physical realm because that's where they feel safer. But there's honestly so much vulnerability a part of that realm as well, that this divine masculine has seemed to detach from a little bit. But this is a great opportunity, but it is very, very lusty at the moment. Let's get a reading, though, on the future. Where is this connection headed? Where is this connection headed, please? Whoopsie. Where is this connection headed for Pile 2, please? We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Justice in the reverse. We have the Sun. The Page of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Swords. Back of the deck, we have the Death energy and the Tower. Spirit says that the divine feminine here is going to start getting really impatient. Now, I'm getting a lot of air energy, so you could be an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Libra potentially. But it's like the divine feminine, it's like it's not fair either. It's like it's not fair that this situation isn't evolving further, but there's a lot of impatience to expect. And this impatience, it has an education all of its own, the feelings that are wrestled up there. And Spirit's advice is to keep your head high during this point, which is going to be difficult. But the Sun is here because there's clarity in the impatience. It's like there's clarity in their lack of effort. Because we can't, unfortunately, and we wish that we could coax them across that bridge, but we can't make them take their mask off and be vulnerable with you. We can't make them do that. So Spirit says that there's going to be another opportunity that turns your head. And they say that this opportunity is going to help you get the closure you need, and that you may decide to sever the connection ultimately in the future. Here's the Queen of Swords. She's making necessary cuts, even though she's not excited about it. She's making necessary cuts. Now, the Death energy here does create permanent change in the connection, but it also opens you up to way more in the unknown. So they say that this situation may frustrate you long enough that you may, and it doesn't feel like a fair situation either. It's like you're not happy about it, but the lack of movement or the lack of leap through that emotional tunnel from your person communicates a lot to you. And then we have another opportunity coming in that kind of takes your focus away here. And I feel like this other opportunity could start in communication with someone else potentially, but it seems to lure you away a little bit, and it helps to ease some of that transition as well. We have here, follow your passion. Follow your passion. So they're not discouraging the lusty energy between the two of you right now. If that's something you're enjoying, they're saying let this wave ride itself out. Even here with the Black Panther, don't be afraid. They say that even in the sexual realm, even in the expansive realm like that, we can take lots of leaps of vulnerable faith. It's like you keep putting yourself out on emotional limbs, and Spirit encourages that. They say that you were very focused on this person and you really want this to be your person, so you can continue being vulnerable because you keep communicating to the universe in that moment that you're ready for a new cycle, that you're ready for ascension, that you're leaping, not necessarily unafraid, but afraid and legs trembling, but still moving. And that communicates so much strength and force to the universe. So they encourage you to continue to follow this path if you feel called to, and to continue being vulnerable here, because each step that you're vulnerable allows a beautiful little gateway to open for your person to give them the opportunity to take that mask off. Spirit doesn't necessarily predict that they will, which will frustrate you and bring sort of that impatience energy coming in, but ultimately It's here to communicate something with you or to you. It's here to communicate a lesson. And back of deck says, you know what's best for you. And you will be the ultimate authority about where you want this to lead. And so for this moment, if you're content to explore this lusty path, Spirit says to go ahead and follow that passion. Advice, please, for pile number 2 about this connection. We have here, clean it up. And we also have here unfinished symphony. Unfinished symphony. Back of the deck, we have the Fates, number 17. And I feel like you feel so emotionally connected to this person. You feel like this could be the one for you. And that's why it's so difficult for you to be like, yeah, I can't imagine getting annoyed and cutting the situation out, or being sort of lured somewhere else by another interest. And so this in-between phase, this period of exploration, is an opportunity for us to clear up any clutter and to sort of examine where the potential lies for us. So there is still potential here. Spirit says there's still a lot of potential here, but they do see restrictions coming in from your person, which ultimately may lead you to feeling really dissatisfied, and makes you challenge and reflect upon whether or not you actually feel like it's a fated union. Advice for pile 2, please, about this connection on their mind. We have here perspective. Back of the deck, we have the family energy here. As I said, I feel like this person does have things from the past that create a lot of insecurity, and this could have stemmed even from their family unit or from the environment in which raised them, or because sometimes we grow up in environments that leave us ill-equipped to handle emotional connections. We're just not given the toolkit that we need there. And this person is still struggling from something in their past. Could have stemmed from something in their family unit when they were young. But this perspective card is for you, because you can see there's a spider here. She's looking at a vision of her former self that's reaching out to her. It's like it's holding her in place. She's holding the rose of hope, but there's all these cobwebs, and this bird has long since flown the coop in this cage. And so they're really asking you, again, with this patience, it's going to require a lot of patience for you for this to transition into anything in this connection. And so they're really encouraging you to be open and vulnerable with yourself, and give yourself the permission to reflect openly and truthfully when this frustration starts to hit you. When you're like, I'm done with this lusty cycle and I'm ready for something more and something deeper. That's when they're really asking you for that reflection, because you can see that it's like she's wasted time, she's aged, and time waits for no one. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 2. Whoops. Advice for pile 2 from their guides and angels concerning this connection in the bowl. 8 of Wands, very physical energy, a lot of movement, a lot of pressure under the surface with the 8 of Wands. We have the Sun reversed, and we have the Ace of Swords. Now, if we turn the bowl like this, we have this Ace of Swords reversed, and everything's in limbo. The Ace of Swords reversed is stress and anxiety. There's almost a depression that leaks in with that, and a lack of clarity coming from your person. So again, the Spirit wants to communicate to you that their lack of confidence has nothing to do with you, has nothing to do with what you have to offer them, because you're amazing. We do have the Sun reversed and the 8 of Wands. So the lusty energy continues, but there's a lack in gratification, or a delay in the gratification that we want when it comes to emotional shifts and changes. And this brings about sort of an epiphany that stings a little bit. We have the blue lips, we have the 4 of Pentacles and the T. So the blue lips, I think about someone who hasn't been kissed in a while. I think about somebody who is still struggling from the past pain in love. We have the Hand of Hamza. We have the Red Sea Star, which is about empowerment and about healing. We have the sweet results that await with the honeybee and self-sacrifice. We have the Key. So there's somebody who's suppressing their feelings. We have the acorn of potential, because there is so much potential here. And I keep going back to that because you feel it, and you come to know the truth by the way that it feels. You feel the potential, you feel this person's potential, and they have lots of it. They have lots of potential to grow into an emotionally, expressive person. Every moment that they're breathing is another moment that they can make a change and take risks and leaps of faith. We have the iron, ironing things out. We have 2 honeybees. It's like the two, there are solutions here. There are 2 honeybees. We also have here the cross. So I think about the hanged man, stagnation, which leads to frustration. And there's a victim mentality surrounding your person too. All right, that is what I have for you today, pile 2. If it resonated with you, I'd love to hear your story below in the comment section, and I would love for you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you do leave me a comment, be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win that free reading that I was talking about. You can also check me out on Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I really hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the pink flower or to the King of Cups here, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, is it lust or is it love that they feel for you, and where is this connection headed? This King of Cups is Captain Hook from Peter Pan. You can see that there's this plan in front of him. It's like he's lost something, and there's that ticking clock here behind this alligator with the ticking clock behind him, reminding him that time is ticking. So there's a bit of an emotional fear perhaps from this person, fear of loss, and it could be someone, because of experiences in the past, are very, very careful about the steps that they take in emotional relationships. So we'll see how that floats into your reading today. How do they truly feel for pile number 3, please? Is it lust or is it love? Is it lust or is it love, please? We have the Ace of Wands. Is it lust or love, please, for pile number 2? Queen of Wands. Oh my. There's that King of Cups. He could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, with all this water energy. Is it lust or is it love? Page of Pentacles. I feel that this might be something that's almost brand new for someone. Brand new. You have the Judgment and the 6 of Swords. You have the 4 of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we have the Tower. And we have the King of Pentacles. I'm going to clarify this message. Is it lust or is it love? Please, for pile number 3. I'm sorry if you can hear somebody mowing their lawn. I can't control the noise that comes through my air conditioner. We have 9 of Wands. It's starting out exceptionally fiery. There's a lot of attraction here. There's a huge spark between the 2 of you, and I feel like they can't help but be attracted to you because you're this light. You could be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. There's something about you that has caught their eye so much. And it's like, oh my goodness, this person can't kind of help but start to fall a little bit for you. And I feel like they're trying to resist. I feel like there is a little bit of a resistance here because of insecurity. They're afraid of the power that you have here. They really are. They're afraid of the influence that you have. There's something intimidating about you, but that's what draws them to you. It's like there's something about you that casts a shadow for other people because of the way you carry yourself. But this only makes them want you more. It's because it's like they want to mirror that in themselves. They want the confidence that you project, and you may not feel confident, but they're like, well, you carry yourself with it. And it's like she carries herself with just so much attractability, which is exciting yet intimidating too. It's like they're afraid of what influence you have in the future, but they're also really kind of excited about it. You can see the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. It's like they're holding on, not going through this gateway right now. It's like they're holding place. They're holding their placement. They're like, I'm holding my position, even though this is a great opportunity, because I'm a little bit afraid of where this path leads. But the fear is almost exciting. It's kind of like about to get on a roller coaster. It's like, or about to jump out of an airplane. You know that it's going to be terrifying, but there's this exhilarating energy that's coming through too. The Five of Swords. The narrative that they tell themselves to stop themselves from leaping is that this is just going to blow up in my face if I let myself surrender to this feeling that I'm having. But the problem is that this person's a big softie or something, and they have a big heart, and they can't help but have parts of that heart be vulnerable. This is an emotional person. And there's the Six of Cups. Oh my. You know what's interesting is that here's the Six of Pentacles and there's the Queen of Cups. You know what's interesting is that when I started to shuffle down, when I put down the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Wands here with the King of Cups, I started hearing that Alicia Keys song, I Am Superwoman. It's like, I am Superwoman. It's like with an S on my vest, or what's this, the line is like, even when I'm a mess, I don't remember the line, but I just kept hearing her voice. I am Superwoman. You're coming in to save this person, is what Spirit says. This is the opportunity of a lifetime for this person. And it's like your job is to come in and influence them in such a way to help them take this leap of faith, because this is a pathway that can lead them to so much. And this is a soulmate energy that seems to be returning to us. So the Six of Cups is someone from your past potentially here, but I feel like there's also a past life connection, even if there is a connection in your past. But this is a friend in spirit that's come to you're meant to cross paths to influence each other, to overcome these obstacles, because the truth is that this is beautiful, a beautiful, beautiful match, and they can't help but be influenced and fall for you. So it's starting really, really lusty, and they're really trying to hold position here with the Page of Pentacles. But the truth is that you're helping this transition happen. They're falling in love with you. Much to their chagrin, I heard, much to their chagrin sometimes, because it scares them. They are really scared of the unknown and of permanent change. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. And there's that Queen of Wands here with the Chariot. It's like here's the doorway of the Justice, and then the Chariot. You can see they're not even in control of the petals anymore. It's like it's taking on a life of itself because of the influence of this Queen of Wands. And so it's like it's a freight train. You're this train. Their emotions for you are coming at them. And there's nothing that they can do to really stop them from happening. This Judgment is a call to action. It's a call that can lead to brand new beginnings and fresh starts that lead us to peace and transitions from a once turbulent, very stressed out, frustrated energy. So they're dragging their feet a little bit. They're kind of digging their heels in. But the truth is that it's lusty, but they're falling in love. They're falling in love with you, pile 3. And why wouldn't they? Because look at that beautiful heart you have. Look at the influence you have over people. Look at the focus and the drive that you kind of set as an example in life. You could be someone who's really creative too and carries yourself in that way. You have here, accept your follies and find the teaching in them. It says, wise fool. And resources, you have all the resources you need. Squirrel, get ready for big changes is coming in here too. And we have clear out the clutter, purification. Now the clear out the clutter card is all about trusting in our intuition. When they resist this connection, when they resist their feelings of emotion, they are not heeding that call of inspiration. They're listening to the ego in that moment because they're really afraid of the change, and they're having a hard time separating this experience from past opportunities that they've had. And they're having a difficult time imagining different outcomes than the ones that they've experienced in the past too. But that's why going out on a limb is so important here. That's why, you know, taking a risk, taking a chance is so, so important here. Because it can allow, when we clear out clutter, it allows space for more. Guys, please for pile number 3. Is it lust or is it love? We have here unfinished symphony. There's so much potential here, and the potential can lead us to not only building together but peace. So let's take a look here. So this person is definitely lusty for you, very attracted to you, but they're drawn to you for an inexplicable reason too. It's like they feel like they connect with you really easily. They're like, and they can't maybe put their finger on it, but they're like, maybe this is my person, but that's really scary to them too, because that puts a lot of pressure on the situation. But Spirit says they're falling for you. They're hesitant because they're unsure of themselves, but they're falling for you. But let's see where this is going to head. Let's ask Spirit, where is this going? Where is this connection going for pile number 3, please? That's too many, Spirit. Where is this connection going? We have the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is about enjoying each other's company and having fun. 8 of Swords. It's about friendship. So this could have started as a friends with benefits situation. So take that as it resonates to your situation. That's not for everyone. We have the Queen of Cups. The 5 of Pentacles. We have the World. We have the 3 of Wands as back of deck, and we have the 2 of Wands with the Hanged Man. There's a call for surrender here. There's a call for surrender, and they say it's okay that this started lusty. There is a call for surrender in the present moment. We have the World in the future. I actually want to get a card for that too. Actually, I'll use a different one. We have the World in the future, which is talking about success, talking about expansion, moving out of the realm of the lusty realm, overcoming that challenge. And ultimately, there's the Death card. So a rebirth, and potential for someone too, a potential commitment in the future with this person. There is a fear though. There is a fear of that transition. It's like an inability to move forward, which is sticking us in this 8 of Swords mentality. But your influence and your continued vulnerability, because the Queen of Cups is very generous when it comes to her own heart. So your continued vulnerability and influence is going to affect the situation greatly. Like, I mean, greatly, greatly. I feel like there's this fear of losing you. That sort of comes in, this fear of losing you. And so we have this Wheel of Fortune, a sudden turn of events, change, transitions, possibilities into more. And there's the Page of Swords with the King of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. And it's all coming, and there's the Hierophant. As I said, I feel like there's going to be commitments potentially in the future of this connection too. This is, patience is required of us. And it's like they need to clear out all of that clutter. They need to realize that that this connection contains all the resources they need at this moment. And so that lesson needs time to take root. And so Spirit's just encouraging us to surrender to the flow of things at this moment if we want to see this move into a more committed emotional stage, which they say is very, very possible if we surrender and go with the flow here. They are saying that this person's a really good person. They just have really good energy. I don't know. There's just something really lovely about this person. So I see commitment possibly in the future here because of the influence of the Queen of Cups. But it's a journey to get there, because we have to kind of surrender to the flow of things right this moment, which can be really frustrating for us. But we're being asked by Spirit about what we feel the potential is and whether or not we're ready to incubate. whether we're ready to sit on this egg and see where this leads us, because Spirit says it can lead us to a lot of success, but we have to be willing to kind of go all in. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile 3. How does this person feel about pile number 3 in the bowl right this moment? What are their current thoughts and feelings about pile number 3? Missed it. 8 of Cups. The 8 of Pentacles reversed. They're on this interesting energy here. The Wheel of Fortune is reversed, so they feel really stuck in a rut at times. Even though this really good opportunity is in front of them, they're like, emotionally, I feel like they haven't completely detached from past situations that have hurt them. Even the King of Cups here, there's one cup that's fallen over, and they still have that cup in view while they're sipping on a new cup. So there's a sense of them not feeling ready for transition at this moment, which is making them feel stuck in a rut. But this beautiful Wheel of Fortune, which is your involvement, which is your movement into this person's experience, has been exactly the key they need to continuing that transition, to put the effort into releasing the old expectations so they can work on more. But their mind is kind of stuck in a rut or stuck in the past there. We have here, I choose strength, and we have I. We have a forget-me-not. There's something from the past that is putting a little bit of a cog in that Wheel of Fortune. We have good luck on our side, though. We have good luck here, and this is such an amazing opportunity for this divine masculine energy. We have here the red sea star, and the sea star can lose a limb and regrow that limb over time. So it's a beautiful admission that even if this person feels like they lost a profound connection, they can definitely heal that and gain so much strength and empowerment from doing so, because they also gain the world because they gain you. We have 2 music notes, and people who can make beautiful music together, to surrender and go with the flow, surrender old connections, surrender old situations. We have freedom and movement with the Chariot, with the horse, and we also have here, thou shalt not commit adultery. So they may have been through a lot of heartbreak in the past of their connections, which is kind of tempering their expectations for the future. But it's like this I choose strength card. That's how we power through all of these fears, is by exerting strength. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, I'd love to hear your story below in the comments section, and I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell and your like button. It helps me to bring you guys so much more content. If you do drop a comment below, be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win that free reading that I was talking about. You can also check me out on Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, and that link is below. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day.